What's poppin'? It's me. So, I just want to talk about the PlayStation State of Play that was today. Now, I always take notes on states of play. Maybe my mom took too much Tylenol when I was brewing. I don't know. But I take notes on basically every game showcase I watch. Uh, on the podcast, I do Dynamic Resolution, a video game show. I'm often making everyone talk about these with me. Most people don't really care, but this is my shit. So I am using my notebook, and I wanted to talk about this showcase. Now, overall, I would have given this showcase like a C plus B minus. It was totally fine. PlayStation States of Play are normally not like the really, really good shows. PlayStation showcases are normally where they have a really big show that has a lot of really exciting stuff. States of Play are usually the more like they do them every few months, and it's just kind of like an update for stuff that's coming out. And the first thing shown is a thing I was expecting to be shown. It's the game Saros. Saros is the new game from the developers Housemarque that were acquired by PlayStation a few years ago, and their most recent game is Returnal. Now, if you haven't played Returnal, you need to fix that. Okay, Returnal is the game of the generation, hands down. Returnal is absolutely incredible. It's one of my favorite games of all time. It's a sci-fi 3D roguelike bullet hell. Um, Housemarque before Returnal did a bunch of like arcade bullet hell style games, and they took that design into a 3D third person type game, and they made Returnal, and there's nothing else like it. Returnal is incredible. I cannot praise it enough. You need to play Returnal, and Saros is straight up just Returnal 2. I'm honestly kind of surprised it's not actually called Returnal 2. Um, but regardless, looking at the gameplay, looking at the environments and everything, like this is straight up just more Returnal, and I am so here for it. I cannot wait for this game. Now, after that, um, I wasn't really interested in a lot of the stuff that followed. Zero Parades, I thought that was Disco Elysium, but it wasn't. It's something else, I guess. And then it's Flight Sim 24 is coming to PlayStation, which is cool because that's a Microsoft game. It's just another one of these Microsoft games that's been ported to PlayStation recently. Battlefield 6 was shown. I don't really care. Battlefield 6 looks really good. I know a lot of my friends were playing the beta, and they have praise for it. I'll play it inevitably, but I'm still grinding the finals. I can't get distracted. I'm within reach of the platinum. Not really, but I'm getting there. After that was Deus Ex Remastered, which is really cool. I love seeing old games brought forward. I know Deus Ex is a really legendary series. I'm excited to try it at some point. I know that another Deus Ex game was recently brought to PlayStation Plus Premium, and that's cool. I love to see these old games get their time to shine. After that was Halloween the game, and there's absolutely an audience for this. It looks good. It's by the same developers that did Friday the 13th the game. I think they also did like Ash, or like an Evil Dead Ash game. Um, I just hope this doesn't go the way of the Friday the 13th game that was delisted because they lost the rights to the IP. After that was this game Last Epic. Um, I don't know, a Seven Deadly Sins game. I've never seen the show. I don't really care. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. I went to a Sonic Racing Cross Worlds event at Comic-Con a couple months ago. It was a really cool event. It was this like go-kart track thing. It was really cool, but I hate Sonic, so I ain't touching it. I hate Sonic so much. Then Neo 3 was shown. I want to like the Neo games. They look really incredible, but I am not nearly good enough for those games, so I ain't touching this one with a 10-foot pole. Dynasty Warriors 3 Remastered was shown. I kind of liked the way the old clips of the game looked. The new visuals are great, but I love low res visuals. I don't know. Code Vein 2 was shown. This is another anime game, but uh, it's so hard for me to get into anime games. But I want to be into Code Vein because everything about this game looks badass, except the fact it's anime. But it's this edgy fucking Souls-like looking thing. It looks really cool. I don't know. Final Fantasy Tactics was shown again. I'm very excited for that. That comes out like next week or the week after that or something. Then it was this game Let It Die Inferno, which is a sequel to Let It Die. They had a guy in a mask that was like a Grim Reaper mask, but the mask was so loose and it looked horrendous, and I loved it. Um, After that was this game Chronoscript: The Endless End. Um, it looks interesting. I'm pretty sure this was like an ink style visual, like 2D Metroidvania kind of thing. That name's atrocious though. uh, Chronoscript: The Endless End is just words. I don't know. Then Crimson Desert was shown again. Again, this game looks incredible. The visuals look great, but I'm so tired of like fantasy slop settings and like I'm sure it's going to be good. But it's so hard for me to care. I'm sorry. But then they showed PlayStation speakers. This was really the exciting part. Um, Wireless speakers that use the PlayStation like wireless codec or something. I don't know. I can just see it now. Someone getting on a game with their friend and they're like, "Oh, sorry, I forgot to charge my speakers. 1 second." But those were kind of neat. I don't know. They showed stuff coming to PlayStation Plus next month, and that's Alan Wake 2, Cocoon, and Goat Simulator 3. Um, they talk about The Last of Us Day. I've seen a lot of jokes that when they show The Last of Us Part 2, that it was just going to be The Last of Us Part 2 remastered again or something. But then it showed the classics coming to PlayStation Plus this next month. It's Tekken 3, Soul Calibur 3, and Tomb Raider Anniversary. It's cool to see Tekken 3 and Soul Calibur 3 coming on PlayStation. That'll be really exciting. Gran Turismo had an update that was shown, and they announced that Gran Turismo as a series has sold over 100 million units, and that's across every generation of PlayStation. Gran Turismo started on PlayStation 1, and I'm pretty sure Gran Turismo was, if not like the highest selling game on PlayStation, it was one of the highest selling games. So it's not a surprise, but it's still really impressive that this series has sold 100 million units. And then it showed a God of War Anniversary DualSense controller that's white with like the red from Kratos' face. And then it went straight into like a PlayStation reveal. And you would think, given that there was the Kratos controller, that maybe they would be showing a Kratos like original God of War trilogy remaster or something. But it was Wolverine instead, which I'm not mad about. Wolverine looks fucking great. It looks incredibly gory. The combat looks really visceral, and I'm a huge fan of the Spider-Man games that Insomniac has been making, and this is another Insomniac game. This game was leaked a lot a while back, and I think a lot of the story was leaked. But this game looks incredible. I'm excited to play this. Um, and that was all that was shown. This was honestly a really short state of play. Usually these showcases are at least like an hour, if I remember correctly. This one was like 40 or 45 minutes. It was a really short show, but I don't think that's bad. It's better to be a little short than really padded with just random stuff that no one really cares about. Yeah, I just thought it was interesting that it was kind of a short show. But overall, like nothing shown really blew me away. Like Wolverine was announced like a couple years ago. Saros was announced recently. Like we knew about that, but we got good looks at both Saros and Wolverine, and I think that's exciting. Both of those games look like they're going to be great, and they have release dates for a lot of things. It was announced Wolverine's coming fall 2026. Saros is coming. If I'm going off memory. I think it's March 20th, which is way sooner than I expected, and I'm very excited for that. But overall, I thought this was a decent. I thought this was a decent show. Like I said, nothing blew me away, but there was some really cool stuff shown. And even all of the kind of filler stuff, like there's still interesting stuff there. So like, if you watched it, what did you think? What would you rate it? What are you most excited for? Is there anything you expected to see that you didn't see? I don't know. Talk to me. I just like talking about games. Bye.